Okay. Good morning, one and all present here. Are you able to hear my voice and my presentation? Please respond to the chat box. My voice is audible. Are you able to see my presentation screen? Hello, good morning. Please respond in chat window. Are you able to listen my voice? Are you able to see my presentation screen? Good morning, Praveen Raj. Are you able to hear my voice and presentation screen? Okay, good. Okay, I will start from that. Already 20 minutes late. Okay, anyway, I will finish it up on exactly 12 o'clock. I want to recap of last class. What I've seen that things. Then we will clear it off today that topic. Okay. Last class we have seen that protocol layering, TCP protocol suite almost completed. Then we have to go through the description of each and every layer of the TCP protocol. Before that, just the protocol layer, already you know that it's a step by step of the layer. Each and layer, top to down or bottom to top, the layer should be in the order. Then it should be identical of the both sides. That the principle of layers, two principles. Principle one should be bidirectional. Principle two should be both sides should be identical. That we know. Then the protocol layering, there are two types of model is available. Well-known model. With this two type of protocol layering model only, we are going to communicate our network or internet. So we need for two type of protocol layering model. One is the open system integration OSI model. Another one is called the TCP/IP model. So we are going through that TCP/IP model in this session. The principle already I said. First principle, second principle we have seen that last class also. This is a layer of the logical connection between two persons while you're going to connect through internet or network or with this. Then protocol suite. This is important for that as a computer science engineering students. We should be very clear as the exam point of view as well as the technical point of view, how it is the internet, how is the protocols are working in the network. So transmission control protocol, internet protocol is helping for the internet. Today without TCP/IP protocol, no internet connection. So TCP is a transmission control protocol. It is running on the layer 4, that is a transport layer. IP is an internet protocol that is running on the layer 3, that is a network layer. So we know that already TCP/IP consists of 5 layers, layer 1, layer 2, layer 3, layer 4, layer 5. From bottom top, physical layer, data link layer, network layer. So this TCP/IP protocol is going to communicate with the end-to-end host machine A to host machine B. How we are going to be transfer my data, that is a message or content. Then how that the data should be packetized, addressed, transmitted, routed, and received on a TCP network protocol. This only we are going to learn about that. So this is what I said. The TCP consists of 5 layers. The 5 layers, the top layer is application layer. The bottom layer is a physical layer. We have to go through that each and every machines having the 5 layers. While I'm going to communicate with you, in my host machine having that, in my network we have the 5 layers. Other end also 5 layers, but that both the objects are identical to be connected, logically connected. So that anyway physically we have that layer, that internet over the internet service provider, but logically your application and my application going to talk about, that is a logical application. Transport layer, how that whatever the message I am transferring, audio or video, whatever it is, will be encrypted, decrypted, and appropriately transported from the application layer to network layer. The transport layer will do that type of role. Already we know there is a 5 layers. The third layer is a network layer. Sometimes we call it as the internet layer. There only is the IP is running, internet protocol running. The 3 layers having the many protocols is there. So each and every protocols, each and every layer, they're doing their job. Then we are going to see further. Then data link layer, physical layer, there is no specified protocol, but physical layer is connected with our transmission media. And then data link layer connected with our physical address, MAC address, NIC card, or it is. This is what we have seen that. So TCP/IP has the 5 layers: application, transport, network, data link, physical. So we have to write according to this order, top to down or bottom to top. This one. So logical connection between you and me, source machine to host machine. That's what I said. While I'm establishing my internet connection, in between many network components are connected. This is my host machine. That is a switch. That is a modem or router, whatever it is, Wi-Fi modem, whatever it is. That connected to the router. There may between you and me, in between many switches, many routers. We don't need to bother. Logically, we think our host machine connected to our Wi-Fi modem or Wi-Fi switch or Wi-Fi router. Then the router will connect to the internet service provider. So you have some other internet service provider. So both internet provider router will be connected. Then you connect to your switch. Then your machine. We are transferring the information message with a logically in between physical and physical layer. Have the transmission media, wired media or wireless media. With the help of that, we connected to our switch. In this, I said this is a 5 layer source side. The destination side running on the 5 layers. But in between that network components, mostly we are using for switch and router. Switch will be a 2 layers only, that physical layer and data link layer. That is a 2 layer switch. Here is a router. Router always will be a 3 layers, physical, data, and network. Sometimes here is a, that's what last class I said, some Wi-Fi router modem also do the router rolling also. That's the 3 layer switch. So this is what we have connected, source machine link. This is a diagram to draw while we are going to write for the university examination. Switch diagram should be like connect to the router. The router will be transferred to your switch network. Then it's connected. This is what logically. So how it is running? This is assume that host A, host B, the same diagram with explaining with the help of the layers. Here there is no layer I mentioned. Here is the layer is there. The physical layer, data link layer, switch is connected. This is the transmission media, maybe wired media or wireless media. The transmission media establishing that switch just to forward the packet only. There is no protocol, specified protocol there is not running. But when I come into here, the data network layer having the specified protocol, then application, transport having the specified protocols. We have to go through that each, and that's what I last class I said. Each and every layer is our computer network chapter. This is a first chapter, transport layer is second chapter, third chapter is a network layer, fourth chapter is a data link layer, final chapter is a physical layer. This according to this, we are going to be learned. First chapter is a physical layer, second is a data link layer, network layer. Like this layer 1 will be a first chapter. Finally, we are going to study fifth chapter is application layer. So this is what establishing the logical connection between A and B. This is just I am putting for the identical objects. So identical objects of message. Here also message. Here also message. Here also is the message will be converted to the encryption, decryption, datagrams. This is the segment. Here is a network layer. It will be a segment. That is a packet. Network layer always will be do the packeting. Here is your frame. Your data will be as a frame. Here it will be a bit. So the bit will be transferred to from here to here. The network layer, it will be a data link layer converted as a frame. The frame will be a datagram. Datagram is nothing but more than big size of packet. Then the packet will be again bit will convert to the frame. Frame will convert to the segment or datagram. Then it will convert to the segment that encrypted, decrypted. Then finally, you are able to view our content, message or display. This is what switches because don't change the objects. The each and every size are identical objects. This may be a laptop. Here may be a host, or here may be a whatever it is, or network connected. Maybe a mobile phone. Here may be a laptop, whatever it is. So description of each and every layer. It's a part of the question we have to write. That's what I said. Every layer description will be our chapter 1, chapter 2, chapter 3, chapter 4, chapter 5. The physical layer is the lowest layer, the bottom layer in the TCP/IP protocol as well as in the OSI layer, OSI model also. So here all the message content will be a bit. That's what I said. It's a physical layer. That then lowest layer TCP protocol source. The logical communication. Logical communication means your physical layer and my physical layer will be connected logically, but in between there will be two devices connected, transmission media, cable or air. That's what physical layer, your physical layer, your host machine physical layer, my host machine physical layer, both are connected with our transmission media. That may be a wired or wireless. We are physically we are connected. After that, then data link layer, the second layer of from lower to bottom to up top. So the data link layer, the responses for the datagram is moving across the link. So across the link is nothing but the datagram data link is across the link is nothing but the connection. Your host machine to switch to router to switch again switch to your host machine. So the datagram is the data link layer is responsible datagram and moving. That's what I said. Switch will forward your packet. So data encapsulate and packet is called a frame. So in that, that's what I said here in the physical layer. Physical layer it will be a bit. In the network layer, data link layer it will be a frame. So the bit will be, suppose I have 8 bit, 8 bit, 8 bits. That 8 bit will be converted to one frame. Then the data link layer make it as a forward to the link layer switch. That is a switch normally used to call as a link layer. So maybe a wireless LAN, wired LAN. So TCP/IP does not define any specific protocol. In this physical layer, in the physical layer and the data link layer, there is no specified protocols. That means no TCP, no IP protocol. We will understand what is a specified protocol. So you may right now you keep it in mind. There is no specified protocol in this bottom two layers. The network layer is the third layer, middle layer of the TCP/IP protocol. The connection between source machine and destination. The network layer only making the connection, establishing the connection. Network layer is responsible for connecting you and me. So the physical layer transmission media is connected, but we are not make sure the data is passed. So the connected is a connection between two host machine, your machine and my machine. Connection with the help of transmission media. There will be a data will be a bits. Then on top of that physical layer, there is a data link layer. The bits are collected, make it as a frame. The frame will what will do the data link another component. So how it will be transferred with the segment of the frame. Here communication is network layer host machine to host machine. Then there will be a choosing the best route. The network layer will be finding that best route with the help of internet protocol. So here is a protocol is running. Previously I said there is a no defined specific protocol, but in the network layer there is a one of the main protocols with help of internet protocol only we able to communicate internet. Sir, I am not using that public address or the static address. So we locally we can connect with our machine also with help of address. The address will be provided internet protocol. So IP is nothing but internet protocol. This protocol is running on network layer. So keep in mind network layer. The interview question they may ask which layer running the IP protocol belongs to which layer. They may ask. So always keep in mind internet protocol. That is a network layer protocol. This is a only network layer for running on that, but for helping so many auxiliary protocols are running, I will tell you that later on. So this is the main protocol for network layer. This is only establishing the internet. That's what network layer in the internet includes the main protocol IP that defines the format of packet datagram at the network layer. So the network layer, you see there are the helping protocols. That's what I said, auxiliary protocols. Network layer sometimes auxiliary protocols are helping for the IP. One is called Internet ICMP protocol. That is the Internet Control Message Protocol. Problem, any routing problem, packet having any routing issues, the failure issue, that protocol will take care of it. Because in the Internet protocol, the network layer, there are only the host-to-host connection. Between you and me is a host machine, my host machine connection. Here only we are establishing with the help of the Internet protocol. If any issues coming, that Internet message protocol will take care, that tell you the report some problems when routing the packet. This is a role of ICMP protocol. We are going to go study about in-depth of the ICMP also. Then one more helping protocol for the IP is Internet Group Management Protocol. This is a protocol helping for the multitasking. So multitasking, this is what we are doing for more than one connection between the same host. Simultaneously, we are watching that recording presentation of the screen. Simultaneously, we are doing for some other internet applications also running. So group management protocol will take care of the multitasking. And dynamic DHP server. That means now we understand that it means this is one of the protocol providing the IP address of DHP. This is a DHP IP. Okay. Automatically will provide the dynamic host configuration protocol. This is providing the IP address for the network layer. Static IP, dynamic IP is there. So we want to create for the dynamic IP. That means suppose I have 100 machine. I want 100 machine to set up the IP. Each and every machine have the unique IP address. So in that case, what I will do is I will run the DHP server. There is a DHP protocol. This machine will provide that unique IP for 100 machines. So I don't need to go and set the IP address for each and every machine. That's what we call a dynamically with that. If I'm going and setting on the each and every machine in that local machine, that's static IP. So we want to be dynamically provide. Normally in the router, your internet provider, they will use for DHP IP only. Suppose if you are taking for a Vodafone connection or internet Idea connection in your home, they will give the DHP IP because in your area they will allot it. Okay, 200 people are connected with our machine, so the DHP IP they will generate. So they won't assign for static IP, normally broadband. So that's the type of protocols we need for the self IP to get the network layer address. Address is nothing but IP address of the machine for a host. Then address resolution protocol. Last class also I have shown that. That means the address, whatever we are typing the IP address, that will find that link layer address. Data link layer find the address resolution protocol layer. So ARP protocol. These are protocols running on the network layer. So what I said, physical layer, data link layer, there is no specified protocol for TCP IP issue, but internet in the TCP network protocol, they're having that only one of the main protocol is the IP protocol. For the IP protocol, these protocols are helping to for the IP protocol. So ICMP, IGMP, DHP, ARP, address or advanced address resolution protocol. So many protocols are running. Just to keep in mind, these protocols are helping for the IP address. Next, transport layer. This is here from lower top, bottom to top. That is the second layer, fourth layer of the bottom to top to down, second layer. The transport layer. This also end to end. Listen here, end to end connection. If I put here host to host, that means you need to understand that host to host is machine to machine. End to end is nothing but your Google application, your Google Meet and my Google Meet both going to communicate with the help of process to process or what I want to say, the logical connection. So this is a transport layer is end to end connection. So here is a message will be encapsulated. That means you and me, we are talking. In between, nobody cannot change that our content. So that will take care by the transport layer. Then transport layer is, so you see, transport layer source host get the message from the application layer. That is my machine is audio. I am talking in English. That encapsulated the transport layer. There will be a message will be a datagram or segment that will send to the logically imaginary connection your transport layer and my transport layer destination host. The transport layer is providing the services to the application layer. So the transport layer always helping to that application layer services. Get the message from the application layer. Similarly, transport the application from the transport layer to application layer. So in my side, my application layer transport to my message to transport to the transport layer. In your side, transport layer transfer the message to application layer. That's what you're able to listen or able to view the presentation with help of the TCP/IP protocol. Here is running some of the important protocols, but here mainly two protocols. This is our part B question also. Similarly, many two more questions also may have. Transport layer running mainly two protocols. One is the TCP protocol, another one is called UDP protocol. So TCP is a transmission control protocol, but IP running on the network layer. So both combined TCP and IP, then only I am able to communicate the internet. Sir, I have TCP protocol, I don't have IP protocol. We cannot say that is a internet protocol. That is, cannot be established the internet. It's a reliable internet. May connect the internet, but it's the packets sending and you and me may not be reliable. So if I want the reliable transmission, the transmission TCP control protocol is a connection-oriented protocol for establish a connection between transport layer, two hosts before transferring the data. That means two hosts is nothing but you and me. That's what end to end. Here, two hosts are transferring the data. Logical connection. the connection-oriented protocol. TCP is a connection-oriented protocol, logical connection, transferring the data between you and me, establishing the connection. Similarly, one more protocol running on the transport layer, UDP protocol, is a user datagram packet protocol. It's a connectionless protocol. They may ask two more questions. What are the protocols are running on the transport layer? TCP protocol and UDP protocol. TCP is a transmission control protocol. UDP is a user datagram protocol. They may ask two more questions. What is the difference between TCP and UDP? This is a connection-oriented protocol. This is a connectionless protocol. The connection-oriented connectionless is nothing but the packets are between one packet to another packet connection. It's not a logical connection. It's not a physical connection. Here, most of them will understand that kind of no. Packet is nothing but my continuous voice. Now I'm talking. This you're able to listening the voice. Simply I'm sending message continuously. The packet, one packet to another packet, they're having the address link. That is the connection. Here, one packet to another packet, there may be a no link. They will go different way. Finally, will reach you different way path. That's what this is a UDP protocol. TCP protocol is a connection-oriented protocol. One will follow the two will follow the three will follow the four. Like this will go. But a UDP protocol, one will go to different route, two will go different route, three will go different route, four will go different route. Finally, reaching destination, 1, 2, 3, 4 will join. That is the meaning of connection-oriented and connectionless protocol transmission without creating logical connection. Then one more is, this is what right now we are able to listening, hearing with the help of SCTP protocol. So stream control transmission, sorry, I have typed wrong. TCP protocol. This is actually STP, stream control protocol. You can say, sometimes you can say stream control transmission protocol, but yes, TCP only is exactly right. Stream transmission control protocol. So this will help you for application imaging multimedia. So because you are able to view my audio, video, and displaying the content or animation, whatever it is, this is a stream TCP protocol will helping you. So finally, the transport layer running of the two important protocol, TCP protocol, UDP protocol. This is what end to end. That is your machine transport layer, my machine transport layer connecting logically. That this is maybe a connection oriented. This is maybe a connectionless. That means the connection is nothing but packets. Packet is nothing but a content. The content will be divided in many segments. Each and every content will have in the link. That link used to call as a connection or connectionless. That feature in the units we can understood what is the connection oriented, connectionless. This is what understood now. TCP, UDP, connection oriented, connectionless. This is reliable. This is unreliable. Because this is having the acknowledgement, this don't have the acknowledgement, connectionless. That's what a meaning. This and all we can read in depth in the coming units. Then finally, application. This is a top layer, the bottom to top, the first layer. Application layer will communicate end to end. So the transport layer and layer, the connection between end to end. That's what logical connection, end to end. But in the network layer, it's a host to host. That a physical data link layer is a that is a component to component. Maybe your computer, your network device. That is a physical connection. So to end, that means communication, the process. That's what end to end is nothing but two processes. Because you are at Google Meet, my Google Meet, both are connecting with the help of the HTTP protocol. So you also running HTTP protocol. I am also running the HTTP protocol. That's why we are able to communicate. Suppose if you are using that some application, I want to give the input from my machine, that different applications. So the two processes are running the communicating application layer. So this is what between two process. Process is nothing but you are running for the web browser. I am running for the web browser. Web browser is application for me. For you also, a web browser is application. Both applications are able to communicate to the network for transferring the information. So application is nothing but any programs or any application running your machine. That machine I am able to communicate from my application. That the both application will communicate. Both application will talk. That layer is called as a application layer. This is the application layer. Here application layer is a web client. For you also web browser. The both web client or web browser communicating. The two programs running at this layer. This is what application. There in that layer there are running a number of protocols. So I said the first three layers from top to bottom they are having the specified protocols. Last two layers there is no specified protocol in the TCP/IP protocol suite. In this Last layer, application layer, you see HTTP protocol running on this layer. Simple mail transfer protocol running in this layer. File transfer protocol running on this layer. Telnet running on this layer. SSH running on there. DNS running on this. So the applications layer between two applications. So you and me, web browser, you want to communicate. Without a browser, we cannot communicate the server, web application. So we need for HTTP application. If I want to communicate that mail, if I want Google Mail or Gmail or Yahoo Mail or whatever the mail, there will be a SMTP, simple mail transfer protocol helping. If I want to transfer any file to the server, web server, file transferring, Google Doc, I want to transfer it or whatever it is, then we go for file transfer protocol. Then Telnet already, you know, in the second semester, you may use the Unix machine, Telnet, that is a terminal network. You are, without a processor, we can communicate to the server, Telnet server. Then secure cell, that is maybe a PuTTY is yes, SSH, you may study this. This is what your inside in your machine having some PuTTY may run. I have the PuTTY, with help of you can communicate that. This is what application layer. So what I want to say description about that 5 layers of TCP/IP protocol. Physical layer, that is a end, that is a your machine and my machine connected with the transmission media, cable or wireless, wired or wireless. You imagine here your machine is connected to your Wi-Fi modem, my machine is connected to a Wi-Fi modem. This Wi-Fi modem may be a wireless, but Wi-Fi modem to the router, that is the internet provider, definitely will be a some fiber optic cable or some maybe transmission media, I said, for coaxial or sorry, twisted pair cable, that's a Cat6 or Cat5. Through that they connected. Then the router to router may be wireless. Then the router to your switch you have connected with our same the fiber optic cable, twisted pair cable. From your Wi-Fi modem to your internet accessible device, right now what you are using, that will be wired or wireless. This is what physically connected. Then data link layer. So this is between your host machine and mean between the datagram is moving. How it is the datagram move? I am talking. My video and audio, my voice, everything want to move from my host machine to your host machine. The data link layer supporting that with the help of 2-layer switch or 3-layer switch. The switch will be my physical layer. Here is a bit will be converted frame. So the bottom layer is all the content will be a bit like a 0 and 1. That the frame will be converted maybe a 16-bit, 8-bit, or the all framed will be same. That 8-bit will be a one frame, another 8-bit will be another frame, another 8-bit will be another frame. Like this, it will happen in the data link layer. That is a link layer switching. Then these 2 layers, there is no specified protocol. Then the network layer, this is the main important layer. This will be giving the connection, network establishing you and me here, because we have the IP address, you have the IP address. Both IP address are routing with the help of the network layer. Find out that. That's what router will be running 3-layer switches. That 3-layer switches, router, there will be a router is there. You know that the 3-layer I have drawn. There will be a network router will identify your IP address. Your router will identify my IP address. Then both will establish the connection. That's what host to host. There will be several routers from the source. There will be an internet layer. Not the sometimes you used to call network layer. It's an internet layer. There will be one protocol, the important protocol, main protocol, that is IP, internet protocol. For this IP protocol, so many auxiliary protocols are there to help for the IP address. So only I have the IP address, can I transmit the data? Yes, can transmit, but it's not reliable. That's what TCP/IP they are it. TCP/IP only will provide the reliable and best the performance of the internet connection. So IP will be make sure you and me, you can transmit the data, but it's not a reliable connections. We want reliable. That's what we are transport layer protocol TCP we are merged with that. So here is some of the protocols are running. Already I said protocol is nothing but set of rules and regulations to enable the some functionalities. If I want to do this kind of functionality, I want to find out any error problem. The ICMP protocol is nothing but software that is implicitly running on our in between our network. Then internet group management protocol. DHP protocol. DHP is a familiar way in the computer science student. We have to know it is providing the IP address. Instead of we are going to set up IP address, this machine will provide the IP address. Automatically will serve to the IP address. You and me, I no need to statically to type our IP address. This dynamically it will be find out the router DHP server. It will take for that. IP always stay unique. You and me. in the world, every computer connected to the internet, that IP address are unique address. Unique address is nothing but there is no duplicate. All are unique address. For you and for me, or million of computer is connected throughout the world. All computers having the internet having unique address. Suppose in the CSC lab I connected to the 36 machine. 36 machine I have to give the unique address. Suppose first machine and 10th machine have the same address. Definitely the network providing, that's what error will provide. That reports some problem routing the packet, because the two addresses cannot possible. Similarly, in the internet world also, every machine having the unique address, whether maybe a mobile device or whether maybe a handheld internet accessible device, another laptop or whatever it is. Suppose in my room I have connected 5 laptops, 10 internet mobiles, whatever it is, all IP address have the unique address. There will be one more address, that is a physical address, that is a MAC address, that will be running on the dynamic link layer, second layer. See later on. The address resolution protocol helps the IP to find out the link layer address. Link layer address is nothing but the dynamic, that is a MAC address. That's what we are telling, link layer switch. I said no, dynamic. This is a link layer. This is a link layer switch. Yeah, I said no. This is what network layer find out that the ARP, address resolution protocol, find out that every machine having the internet having the MAC address. This also is a unique address. Globally, this is a hardware address. This is a physical address. Whether you are going to purchase any network device, network card, very mobile, there will be a MAC address. That's what this is a physical address. IP is a logical address. Logical address, we can change it, but that should be a unique whenever connected to the internet. Logical address, be able to provide. Physical address, we cannot change it. That is a MAC address, machine access control or medium address, media access control, whatever we can say it. Later on we see this. So transport layer, that's what I said. Here is end-to-end connection. Here two protocols are running. One is a TCP, UDP. TCP is a connection oriented. UDP is a connectionless. This is a reliable. This is not a reliable. But one more protocol is running, that STCP, that is a stream control transmission protocol. Now that's what we are able to communicate as a multimedia, Skype or whatever, VoIP, whatever we are communicating. So SCTP only. Suppose if I'm sending mail, I'm receiving the mail, definitely I need no need for that SCTP. But in the live stream, everything going on with help of SCTP protocol only. So you should understand that. And finally, application layer, how it is your mail is running with the help of simple mail transfer protocol. How is your file will be transferred with the FTP protocol. How your internet browser is communicating to your web server, www.google.com. Without HTTP protocol, hypertext transfer protocol, without HTTP protocol, we cannot communicate. That will run on the application layer. This is a process to process. HTTP request to your web server, Google server, www.google.com. That will respond to the HTTP request. Then only you will be able to view that web page of your screen. This is what application layer is running on the screen. So then simple network mail, my DNS server. These are the application layer protocol. You see, all together, I briefly combined this block diagram of TCP/IP protocol. So this one we have to draw in the exam point of view. From that, we have to articulate or elaborate each and everything to get the part B question or part C question. So this is what protocols should have. So the top first layer is the application layer. Then after that is your transport layer. The application layer, you see how many protocols are running. Many protocols there. Simply for our regular use, regular understanding, without any memorize, easily able to remember that SMTP, simple mail transfer protocol. This is for mail purpose. File transfer protocol. This is a telnet, domain name service. This is a DNS. Simple network management protocol. I want to manage the network. We can go by ping or whatever. There's a network file system, remote procedural call, trivial file transfer protocol, TFTP. So many protocols running in the application layer. So application layer is the top layer of the TCP protocol, but last layer. Top is from lower is the physical, top is the application. On top, then transport layer, whatever is the message is there, it will be encrypted in the transport layer. The two layers are logically connected with the end to end. Then TCP here having the TCP protocol, UDP protocol. Then I said one more also, stream control transmission protocol. Then network layer. You see, I see main layer is IP. For auxiliary protocols, ARP, address resolution protocol, reserved address resolution protocol, internet group management protocol, internet control management protocol. These are helping you. network layer. The data link layer, I said no specified protocol. This is a link layer switch. It will be forward our packet. The link data link layer, the link layer switch. Then physical layer, there will be a no specified protocol, but anyway hidden the transmission media is there, so it will take that. This is what simple protocol suite block diagram. From this you can understood TCP/IP protocol suite of this unit. Next we are going to see about the ISO OSI model, but I want to conclude before that. We will go through the TCP IP protocol suite, how it is running on the uh, Cisco packet tracer. Then only last class also I have shown the diagram. But anyway, a little bit we have to see that practically. Then you are able to understand. Keep in mind, just I want to recall it. 5 layers are totally 7 layers. That is in OSI model. When I want to connect to the internet is nothing but suppose you are typing google.com or typing facebook.com or twitter.com or flipkart.com, whatever you are going to connect from the web, or dc.edu.in or courseware.dc.edu.in, whatever you are going to connect over the internet, they're definitely running on the 5 layers we need. In the 5 layers, helping for each and every level to get the information source to destination. So the layer, how it is running, that's what last class also said. Physically, I cannot show you. Physically, we understood, okay, this fellow is sitting somewhere else, connected to the internet, something he talking. So over the internet, the message will be transferring through satellite or through some wireless media somewhere else. You may sitting somewhere else, you able to receive. This is what physically we imaginary, but logically you see how it is our messages are converting and transmitting, how the make suring reliable connection, how the message will be delivered to source to destination, or one source to multi destination, or multi destination to multiple source, how the message are distributing. This is what is a suite. This is a globally standard protocol suite. This is what anything doing. If we want to do any new protocol, we want to find out that research work. Sir, I find out some protocol to help you for the IP protocol or to help you for transport protocol. That's the in-depth study of the master of engineering. Then we later on we see. So before that, I want to go through the packet tracer. I think so you're able to see my packet tracer screen. Just I want to how we are connecting to the web server. That means I don't know how you are understood that web server, web client and all. For your understanding purpose, I am telling you, you sitting in your home. So that's what I need one computer. Okay. I want a web server. That means, where it is running the dc.edu.in. I want a web server. My application, the DC website is running this machine. So this is my machine. Host machine is here, my machine. This is a server. Where is my application running? That machine you called as a server. So this is a web server. So I want to be connect from my home to web server. So I need for simply I want for switch. I connected the switch. So like this, a number of people may be connected. We no need to worry about that. Understand? This is what we are as a computer engineering students. We understood that this is a 3 computer want to connect to this server, maybe a internet based or maybe a not intranet based. But I want to connect. Intranet based is nothing but globally cannot access, anywhere cannot access. Within a campus or within our boundary, we are able to communicate. That is called an intranet. Internet is nothing but anytime, anywhere in the world, globally you can connect. That is what over the internet provider. But here I am not using any router. Simply I want to connect. This is what a connector. We know already side through cable is there. Side through cable will be a. I want this is a switch. This is a 24 switch. From that you can understand 0, 1 to 24 switch is there. 2 gigabit Ethernet able to connect. That is a this is a 24 computer can connect. From this computer, this switch to another switch or this switch to connect, only 2 port is there. That is called a gigabit switch, a gigabit port. There's a total 26 port will be available. 24 port for connecting this computer. Connecting this is for 2. The tab 2 connect. This is for third line. So 3 port I used for three computers connect. Then finally I want one more Ethernet gigabit switch Ethernet. Then I want to connect to fast Ethernet. Finish. So I connected my cable with the switch. There is a three computer. Now network is ready. This is what network. If I am not connected anything on this is not a network. 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 This is simple computers. Just we can do for desktop alone. That is a thing. When I connected to the internet, definitely I need for this is a cable. That is a link. This is internet cable. When I connected to the LAN Ethernet cable, I said maybe a Cat6 or Cat6, but this is straight through cable. Straight through cable already you know that. That's what a straight through cable is, nothing but two different components can communicate or transfer the data. Just you click it, that will show that. That is a four links. 1, 2, 3, 4 link is there. All are fast Ethernet cable. There are so many cable is there, fiber optic, whatever it is, but I am using for LAN connection for fast Ethernet. All are now, you see, all are blinking. That means my connection is ready. But I want what? Here, this is maybe a web client. Just you can imagine, this is what I want, web client. This is my web client. This is my web client. This is maybe a web server. You imagine Wi-Fi modem. Then we have the router. In between n number of routers. This is a web server. Here is running my Dhanlakshmi College of Engineering website. So I want to communicate over the internet or the somewhere is, you just imagine, you want to communicate. What I need, first I have to assign the address. That's what I said. Here just now, if I send it, I cannot able to transfer because each and every mission having the 7 layers are there. Here also 7 layer is there. The network switch only 2 layer, but the 7 layer, if I want to connect it with the internet, the 5 layer will be enabled. If I don't want to connect that internet, just I want to communicate the web server. In that, what are the necessary server layer needed, that will be communicated. So here I just double click. I'm going to configure. I don't want to give this IP address. Just imagine here. Double click. Just I am giving for IP address for the server. Sir, you don't know about the IP address. Just I am going to give for 192.168.1.1. Just enough for IP address. Just I am closing. Then here I want to run my website. So I double click, I clicking and go for service HTTP. That is a HTTP protocol. Already I said with the help of HTTP protocol, we are able to communicate with the web server. Just browser is the application. From the browser, just we are going to type it www.google.com. Similarly, we are going to type that IP address. Just we don't have any DNS. That is means I am not using for dc.edu.in right now. But the same thing also we will do it the testing. Here I use for HTTPS also to work, HTTP also. I want small HTML program. I want to change it to this content. This is a HTML program because you know the HTML program only running for Dhanlakshmi College of Engineering. This is my web server. Just I am putting for welcome to DC. So you can write your own HTML file, save it. Okay, I saved that. This is small testing purpose only. Already you know that this is a simulator. The simulator we are just testing how when my web server, my web client is running. Here IP address I assigned for 192.168.1. Every machine need for IP address. I will tell you that is what is a class E or class B or class C, how to type this number, this and all. Later on you will understand. Just now you understand. Simply for remembering 192.168.1.1, I type it. This is the address of the machine. Here I am going to, similarly this machine also need for the IP address. I am going here For this, I'm going to give 192.168.12 for 1.12. Subnet mask automatically taken. Finish. For this computer also, I need for IP address 192.168.1.13. For this machine, I'm going to give for, this is not a DHCP, dynamic host configuration. This is static IP. That's what I said. Here I'm individually, I'm going for each and every computer. I am assigning for the IP address of computer 192.168.1.14. So three machines. You imagine you are in your machine. This may be your friend machine. This may be my machine. These are the client machine. I want to communicate the web server. So this is establish the connection is perfectly running. So I'm going here again. This is a HTTP browser. So just I'm opening for browser on the PC0 web client. Here I'm going to type what is the IP address of the web server is 192.168.1.1. Instead of writing www.dc.edu, I am typing the address of the machine. Then I'm go. You see, I got it. How it is running? This is a web client. Just I opening browser. This is a server. The server address I type it w192.168.1.1 is running. So this is what worldwide also our internet is working. This is a client machine. In between there is so many component, 2-layer switches or 3-layer switches, maybe a router or switches. In between so many n number of. Finally we are reaching. This is, imagine Google. This is a Google server. This is my server. I want to www.google.com. It will go here. Then it will find out the route. Sir, how the in that layer is working? That's what we are going for simulation. Just I started. You see. Here I want to use HTTP 192.168.1.1. If I go here, you see here TCP. Let's see, transmission control protocol running to the PC0 to switch, then server switch to server 0, then server 0 to switch, then switch to HTTP. I will stop it now. Listen, sir, there is a TCP. Listen, at the time of 2.77 PC0, the TCP. You see, go and check outbound. How many layers? You see, outbound is 7 layers, but only occupied first layer, second layer, third layer, fourth layer. Because what? This is a physical layer. This is a data link layer. This is a network layer. This is a transport layer. So started. TCP started. TCP is a network layer. You see the layer TCP, port number 196, destination. You see data link layer, IP address of 192.168.1.12. That is the source. 192.168.1.1. This is a destination. So Ethernet. That is what I said. MAC address. There will be a MAC address. There will be a link layer address. Then the port number. This is a physical. Finish. Okay. Are you able to understand? I think so. That is a TCP protocol suite. Then again, after PC0 to switch, you see here 2 layer only will enable. You see, because switch having the 2 layer, one is a physical and data link layer. This is a both side also. Because PC0 to switch, there will be a 2 layer running. Here also 2 layer running. Now next you see, switch to router, then switch to router. You see how again it will running for for TCP for 4 layers. Here is a 4 layers. That means switch to server running 4 layers. Then again going for server to same thing will happen, because same thing there is a switch having the 2 layers, 2 layers. Then but you see the HTTP, that's what is the layer what 5. That is a top layer, application layer in the TCP. When I click here, you see HTTP client send the request, HTTP request to the server, no response. So listen here, I will reset. Stop. And 92.168.1.1. Okay. Now I'm going to be when I say go, then only the TCP will proceed. PC 0 to switch, switch 0 to server 0, server 0 to switch, HTTP. Okay, now I'll check. You see, at the time of PC 0, actually supposed in the layer 7 we have to see that HTTP, but I don't know why it's not displaying. Okay, I will check it the next class. I will tell you that, because now I can understood that when I click here, sorry, PC 0, because input out, but it is working. But in the HTTP protocol, we have to see in the layer 7. That is a physical layer, but it's not displaying. Okay, I will check it. I will tell you that. In the switch server, we check server. Okay, this is what a simple connection between that web server and your client with the help of TCP. Next class, I will tell you that with the help of router and all everything we will put it. Then the small TCP/IP protocols we can understand. So this is what we have to understand. Just to click that anything in the device, how it is running. The 7 layer. In this it will take care by only 5 layers of protocols, but supposed to be layer 7. HTTP should be visible here. Somewhere it may be a mistake. I will check it. So the 4th layer TCP running, 3rd layer it is running for that IP, that is IP running. 2nd layer is the MAC address, that is the link layer address running. Then last layer is the physical port. This is what TCP/IP protocol suite. So I would conclude my TCP protocol suite of the first